Welcome back, survivors. Disturbed Z here, and we are back in Timberborn. Alright, guys, so I've been reading the comment section, and a lot of y'all have different theories and ideas on what happened to my dynamite. I think I may have figured it out yesterday in yesterday's video. I can't remember if I actually stated it or not, but I'm going to go over a couple of the comments and stuff that I saw and I remember. So I might not get to everyone's, but we'll see what we can do. So one comment had talked about dynamite going to Widewater Vista. I've only got 4 dynamite over here, and this doesn't have a order to send dynamite, so I don't remember who it was that left the comment, but if you remember at what part in that video that you thought you saw it going up, please let me know, because I looked over it and I never really saw anything that was showing it. But, you know, that doesn't mean that I didn't miss it or something. But anyway, but that's what that's going on. Had another comment saying that it was because I had set, I think it was this storage, I set one of the storages, I gave it a desired amount. Yes, this one right here. We could go ahead and take that off. The reason why I set that desired amount is there is a bug with the game where items get stuck like in distribution, like in the they'll get stuck like in a drop-off point, and they won't transfer into storage for whatever reason unless there's a storage set with a desired quantity. That's part of the reason why I set that one to 100, was to see if it was, you know, stuck in one of the buildings, or if, you know, a beaver had set a box down on the side of the road and, you know, no one picked it up. I was trying to force them to get that into one of the warehouses. Now, the same comment, and once again, I forgot who had mentioned this, but had talked about putting a storage that was close over here to my dynamite factory. And I actually have this storage, which I thought at first yesterday was... I thought it was, what's it called? I thought it was only food, because I had originally had like the books deselected, but I started looking, and no, I actually have this storage set up to hold everything. And this one was actually, I think it actually has my explosives in it. Where are my explosives? Yeah, it actually has them in there, so it is storing stuff. We do have, you know, a little over 800 room in there in this storage. Yes, I do have the desired on. I am going to turn the desired off on this one, just because you are correct. The storage is moving stuff back and forth from the desired deal. That's just wasted CPU processing power. There's no real need in it. Before, when it was like, when the game was just one huge city, that made more sense, so that you'd have, you know, resources over here, you'd have some resources over here, and they didn't have to travel all the way over here just to get a carrot, you know, if they lived over on this side. So it made sense at the early stages of the game. Now that we're here at this point, I don't like the desired. Like I said, the only time I really mess with it and turn it on is whenever I think that I'm having an issue with my drop-offs. But anyway, so what I think happened with the dynamite is it was inside the distribution post. I think what happens is because what happened in yesterday's video is 20-something dynamite got delivered to Twin Falls. I think the beavers were holding on to it inside the distribution center, the distribution post, and they were waiting for it to get to the maximum amount the beaver could carry. And then once he had a max load, He then carried it over. Once he carried it over and hit the drop off, it then registered as I have my dynamite again. I think that's what happened. Not 100% sure, but that's kind of what I'm leaning towards right now. Is that that's what went on. I think. I could be wrong, but like I said, I think that's what kind of happened there. So anyway, on to the game. Now, I am recording this a little bit early. Well, I say early; it's my normal time, so I haven't really had a chance to see if y'all had any comments about yesterday's video, the update one, because I was sitting there thinking about it, and I was thinking about the storages, and at the end of the last season, I had quite a few storage buildings at the end of the game. Which, at that point, that would make sense in game to have, a bunch of single storage warehouses that, this one only had berries, this one had books, this one had bread, this one had carrots. It makes more sense that way. But I'm concerned about, will it disrupt early gameplay for hard mode? Think about how many of y'all have actually played and started a game off on hard mode, and you've got to get a storage building built, you've got to get your water tank built, you've got to get a couple pumps built, you've got to get a farm built, all before that first drought hits. Otherwise, you're going to be struggling, and you might not have enough food, or you might run out of water. Now, if we have to have individual, even with the smaller buildings, like, unless it costs like 1 log a piece to build those little buildings, is that going to make the early hard mode game unbalanced? Is that going to make it to where, because if we stop and think about it, what do we got to store early game? We've got to store carrots, we've got to store berries, we've got to store planks. Up at a certain point, we'll store planks, so that's at least 3 storages. If you decide to do sunflowers along with your carrots, that's another storage. At how many storages do you need early game, and how quickly are they built? How much are they going to cost? A standard small warehouse that holds 200 right now currently costs what, 15 logs. So, is it going to be 5 logs a piece for these individual storages? Is it going to be more? Is it going to be less? Is it how much time is it going to take to build it compared to, what one of these takes? It's one of those deals. I don't know if the developers have given that much thought. Can y'all still not reach that? Hold on. I'm trying to get them up here to reach this. So I'm just wondering if that will make any sort of imbalance there as far as that goes. Later game, I think it won't be too bad. Alright, so this is already dried out. So I'm going to try this. Well, I want this built. Get that built, that way I can open this. Alright, so we're going to try this again. I'm just going to partially open this guy, that way it kind of goes a little bit slower. Especially now, considering it's like going dark over here. And it's going up. And we probably should shut it. A little bit of water came out, not too much. Okay, good. So I think that, I don't know if that worked like because we didn't open it all the way up and it had like less coming through or what, but so far that seems to work a little bit. We're keeping everything up here nice and green. So let's go ahead and get a farm going. Now, where do I want to put a farm at? I am curious. I think we need to blast that down and maybe, I don't know, put it over here? How many dynamite do we have over here? We have 24. Let's do that. Let's come over here and let's see. If I face it this direction, we'll need that many. You know what? Go ahead and blast out that whole little section right there. Y'all go ahead and do that for me. And of course, you can't reach it because it's that far away. How about now? There we go. All right. So we'll get that blasted out. We'll put a farm in over there. Let's see. I need to check on some of my industries. How are we doing over here on planks? 130. Let's see where we at. We've got a full log storage. Excellent. How are we doing on our cut order over here? So we've got plenty of that. Are y'all able to reach it all, though? Hold on. I clicked on the beaver, not the post. Oh, yeah. So he can reach all of that. So how about we do that and I put in... I don't know if we should put it in on the outside or... It should work if we put it in right here. I'm going to put it in right here. If we have to destroy a tree to get across, we'll destroy a tree to get across. But that should allow them to have access over here to this side. So we'll do that. We'll come back over here. Let's see. We are still missing 2 dynamite. They just got to build them. Okay. The beavers are asleep in the water. All right. I don't know if I'd trust myself to try to sleep in the water, even if I had a tail and could like balance and stuff. I don't think I'd trust myself there. All right, go ahead and build that, and then throw in the farmhouse on top. So we'll do that. Go ahead and get rid of this little bit right there. We'll come back in over here with... Nope, not that. Crops, there we go. We'll come back in with a nice carrot field. Actually, give me like another row there. There we go. It's a nice solid sized field. Alright, we'll let them build that. And let's see, what else can we do? How are we doing with the rest of the drought? Okay, so that's still dark. That's a little bit lighter in color right here. That's kind of dried up a little bit. And we are at 15 days. Okay, so let me go ahead and open this. We'll let a little bit of water flood out. Yeah, it's still flowing. There we go. Get a little bit of water over here. And we'll go ahead and turn that off. There we go. Okay. And we got a little bit of water flow back into that, which that's not going to hurt anything. All right. So how much dynamite do we have over here now? We have 130. Awesome. So we can do a little bit of blasting. How are we doing on planks over here? 117. And did we ever get... Yes, we did get this going. How are we doing over here on plank production? We are up to 287. Very, very nice. Okay. So what I'd like to see, I think, is... Hang on. I still have a couple on desired, don't I? Turn these off. That one's turned off. Okay, so that one's almost max. That one's almost max. We're going to need more storage. Okay. Yep, it is what it is, and we're going to need another storage. So let's go ahead and grab another 4K. We'll plop that guy down right there. That's going to be another thing. If we have to have a single item in each storage, how effective is our 4K going to be at that point? I mean, I'm curious because you have to put it on the ground. They're not stackable. Whereas, with these, with those, I can stack them straight up vertically. But with these, you can't stack them. And I know the argument, well, how many items are you planning on having over 4,000 of? And, and I can't really do it in this playthrough right now, but, the last playthrough we had thousands of planks, we had thousands of pine resin, and I know the barrels, but, we had thousands of that, we have thousands of medicine, we had thousands of potatoes, we had thousands of several different items that, because we ended up with like 60, 80,000 storage, and it was like maxed out and, all that kind of good stuff. We had, thousands of gears, all that kind of stuff. So I'm curious as to what it's going to do to the game, what kind of balance it's going to cause, because it's going to change it up. Regardless if it's a good change or a bad change, it's going to change it up. Okay, let's see. Y'all get this built. Okay, so we got our farm. We've got that in there. That is great. I'm going to go ahead and let some more water out because I don't want this thing drying out just yet. And we'll go ahead and stop that. Yeah, I don't know. Now that I've got the extra little thing up here, I don't know, it just seemed like it rushed in a lot faster. It had to have been because of how deep it was. That's the only thing I can think of. I bet you once we do that in the middle of the wet season, it'll probably rush in again. I can almost guarantee it. Okay, so do we have any more dynamite over here? We have 14. I'm going to go ahead and say we do another line right there in front of that, and then I'm going to do another line over here. That way we can keep more water over here, a little bit more for them to pump out of. We can use things, do things. Down here, I want to do something with the main district. What do we got? We've got up here, we've got all this room. So, let's see, we've got wheat fields. How are we? Ooh, bakeries. That's what we need. We need bakeries. Where are we at with our flour? We're at 256. Yep, we need bakeries. Okay, so where do I want to put in some bakeries at? Let's get that unlocked. And the bakeries are, they are 3 long, aren't they? I could do that right here. You know what? Why don't we Why don't we do this? Why don't we put 2 bakeries right there? Let's put in that. Let's get this going like so. Now I need to get maple some maple resin. I need a gatherer. That's what I need. I need another gatherer because these trees, as they're not being cut, we need to be able to gather out of them. And I want you gathering... No, it's not a gatherer. Hold on. Get rid of that. It's the other building. Hold on. It's the tapper shack. That's what we need. Okay, yep. Okay, so I need a tapper shack. I'm going to put the tapper shack down here. And I think what we're going to do over here is I'm going to plant a set of maples right there. And I'm not going to put those under a cut order. I'm going to leave those as they are. But I am going to let them go after these extra trees over here. So that should give them quite a bit. Also, who is it that gathers... So they can gather pine and maple. So yes, so having them over here would make perfect sense. Okay. So let's do that. And I'm going to go ahead and extend out... I'm going to extend out the pine right there. And I'm going to extend out the maple all the way down here. And I will put this section into a cut order. But we'll leave that. So like I said, hopefully it will work out and I don't have to do too much fiddling with it. But if not, I might even put another tapper shack over here so that they can grab stuff out of this one. Let me see. Yeah, those are all... I don't need it down the road here. There we go. Okay, so yeah, let's do that. Let's get some stuff going for it. In fact, I'm kind of thinking about putting in a staircase right here and maybe putting some storage back here. It might not be a bad idea to do. How are we on storage before I start doing stuff? Let me see. That one's about 3. That one's about 3. So we got about 2,000 there. A little bit there. Got a lot there. So we actually... Let's see, what is this one for? This one's for explosives and stuff. Yeah. So for that, we actually got quite a bit of storage open for that. But if we had one over here, we could say it's for resin and stuff. Well, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We might add in some. I'm kind of also thinking about detonating that and flattening this out and making it kind of a better little area right there too. So we might do something with that. Okay, so did they get this built? They did get it built, and now they do have access to all of that. Awesome. So I'm going to do the same thing that we did over there. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Kind of want to do it over the top of this, but... yeah, let's do, I don't know, maybe. I mean, it's going to have to be down in here with that. kind of takes away from the aesthetic of having a little pond here, but at the same time, I need to get stuff built, so I don't know. It kind of works. It's dual purpose here. We're just gonna go with it, dual purpose. Let's go ahead and build. Yeah, let's build a tapper shack up here. That way they can also get maple. Because like I said, if we can get maple from a couple different places, once we get all of our wheat coming in, we can ship the wheat out. Okay, I want you doing bread. I want you doing maple pastries. There we go. Do both of those. And let me see. Do we even have any? We've got the flour. Hey, we actually got maple syrup. Nice. So it didn't take that dude long. That little beaver over here getting after it. So I don't know if there's probably not enough in the trees that's over here. There's still a little bit back here, but I bet most of these trees are going to have to, yeah, regrow their maple. So not sure if I want to do trees in the middle of this or not. I might do that. I might do something else. I haven't quite decided just yet. We've got 10 days left. Let me go ahead and open this up. Let's let a little bit of water through. Is it still flowing? Yeah, it's still flowing. There it goes. Now it's pushing forward. And we'll go ahead and shut that off. We still got a decent amount of water up there. Excellent. Okay. So, how are we doing down here on our storage? We got 394. Okay, that's not too bad. Not the greatest either, but it's not too bad. I'm kind of thinking on this one, and I know I could build it cheaper, but I think we're just going to go ahead and stack this guy right here and come back in with that. And let's put another storage just right up here on top. That way it can all be tied in. We'll have a second storage right there ready to go. Blast that out, and let's let a little bit of water in. Yeah, I really want to get this deeper. That way I'm not constantly having to adjust and add water to this. I really think they need a float system for the gates. Oh, that reminds me. I need to look at that video I was sent to see about the gates. I need to check that out. I didn't forget. I just haven't got there yet. One of those deals. One of those deals. So that's a pretty decent little carrot crop right there. That should help keep these beavers alive. I kind of want to do another crop across from them. Kind of want to do some sunflowers over here. Give me like a little sunflower field right there. Yeah, y'all plant some sunflowers. That way we have a little bit of both going on here. It'll make them a little bit happier. What is their well-being over here? We are at, just an 8. Okay, so how can we make y'all happier? We need campfires. We need terraces. We need things. I don't even know if we have temples or anything over here. We probably do at some point need that. Okay. I don't know where I want to expand out to just yet. I know we got to get the mine. What is it going to take for us to get that mine? Hold on, let me look at that real fast. The mine is going to be... Oh, we've got to have treated planks to get that mine. Okay, so I'm going to need a lot of gears, a lot of logs, and treated lumber. So we should focus on that because I need to get that mine going. Actually, we can put in a couple scavengers first. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put in a couple scavengers. Let's get that mine going. Let's get that metal from over there. Let's see. Yeah, that gives us... Yeah, we've got a few unemployed there. So let's do that. I might do something else. I don't know. Hold on. I'm thinking. How about this? How about we put in another house, another farmhouse. Yeah, because I'm wondering if that carrot field's actually going to be big enough along with that. So we might make it a little bit bigger here. So let's go ahead and add in a second farmhouse. We'll let that go. We'll let them start on that. We've got the trappers, or the tappers. I always want to call it a trapper for some odd reason. How much do we actually have over here? We've got 16 pine resin, and did we use up all the maple? I think we might have used up all the maple. Yep, there's the maple pastries right there. And yeah, I think they used up all the syrup. So should I go ahead and put... Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and put in another shack over here. Yeah, let's put it in right there. Yeah, because there's a lot of maple in these trees as well. So let's do that. That way, whenever we're not cutting the forest down, and I'm doing it like this for a reason, because the last time I think we ended up with like 17,000 maple syrup just sitting around or something like that. It was like a ridiculous number, and we never did actually use it all. So I'm going to try to be a little bit more conservative with my maple syrup production, and I'm not going to just designate a huge area to nothing but maple. But that should, yeah, that'll catch all of those trees right there. So that should be good. That'll help us get it over there. And let's see, how are we doing on maple syrup down here? We are at 66. Is that all there is up here? Or... yeah, I think that's all there is. How far back? Okay, so they can... no, they're still picking it off of these trees as well. So that's good. That is good. Where is my cut order at? My cut order's over this whole thing. Where's my plant order? There we go. Alright. So, it'll take a little bit, but we'll get it. And we might even do it over here as well. Let's go ahead and detonate that out. We'll catch this guy. And I had forgot about it, so we'll go ahead and catch one more like that. $7.2 days left in the drought. Excellent. Okay, so we can't really... Ew, that's not good. I don't think there's enough water backed up over here to actually fill this up anymore. that makes me question and wonder. Okay, go ahead, put that in. We'll get another farmhouse right here. Yeah, and with them pumping, and that's the reason why we have that blasted out. Okay, so we should still be able to keep most of the farm green, even with the pumps going over here. But we are going to have to get more area blown out at some point. How are we looking at on dynamite? 165. So yeah, that should be good. Let's go ahead and send some more up here. Go ahead and do that. All right, guys. Well, I think that's probably about it for today. So we got a little bit of stuff done. We got some tappers put into place. So we're going to start getting maple stuff built, or maple pastries cooked up. I mean, we've got a few already, but we're going to try to get more. We're going to try to spread the maple goodness to the rest of the beavers. They like their maple, so... But anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. I do hope everyone has enjoyed it. If you have, be sure to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It is an awesome way for you to show your support to me, to the channel, to the video, and to the game itself. And as always, feel free to share the video on any social media you're using. And guys, I'd like to stop, take a moment, and thank each and every one of y'all for all of your wonderful, awesome support, all the comments, all the likes, all the subscribers, and all the videos shared. It is awesome. I do appreciate it. And with that being said, until next time, survivors, keep on surviving.